you mash the pedal, it makes that wheel go around. That's what makes it keep going.
Yeah.
And that's connected to the sewing machine, and that's what made the sewing machine so.
It had a belt that went up to the old sewing machine.
Oh, around the wheel here.
Yeah.
I see that.
Had a little V-belt.
You talk about heavy, that sucker right there is heavy.
That's got to be cast iron.
It is.
Okay, it's got to be cast iron.
That thing over there,
that's real cast iron.
Yeah.
These old pictures. Who are these in the picture? Who's the first picture?
that baby doll sitting right there,
This
that
one?
was my mother's from the 1920s.
Oh, that's cool. From the 20s?
Yeah, and she's got a ceramic head and a soft stuffed body.
I did want to get a picture of this phone. I didn't get it last time when I was here.
Well, that whole secretary there was shit.
Good Lord, I don't
How old do you think it is, Mr.
130, 140 years old.
Mom and Daddy bought that old when I was about
It was
8
old.
years
Look
old.
at them old. What is that in there?
Yeah.
That's a blade. That's a shaving blade.
That was my
razor.
great granddaddy's razor.
No way. It's the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Lamar, go sell me. I got some questions for you. I promised my children I'd come up here and get the Lamar story. So she said you're a bad. She said you're a bad boy. Let's hear it. What's the word? Tell me one of his stories, and I'll let him finish it. Which one you remember?
Oh, let's see.
What about one when I went to Alaska for 2 years? Nobody knows where I was at.
Yeah, he took off. He was going to town on his motorcycle,
Yeah.
I'd redone it.
and then nobody knew where he was for 2 years. His mother was calling state troopers all over the United States, and they finally found him in Alaska.
Y'all were living in a car less than a year ago?
Yeah.
I thought when you told me that the other day, I thought you meant 15, 20 years ago.
Could you imagine
Y'all
two
doing
senior
good.
citizens living in a small car? We did it.
Sleeping where? Where?
In the car.
In the car.
Yeah.
Ate in the car. I changed clothes in the car.
Go to the truck
Whatever
stop,
we
take
did,
a
we
bath.
did in the car.
Go there in the truck stop, take a bath, get cleaned up.
Yeah, I see people do that before. I thought y'all done that long time ago. Well, y'all come a long way. Across the creek, back again with another video, and you guys read that title right. I've been visiting with the elderly couple, and well, this video we're gonna do us an interview with them, sit down and hang out with them some, and well, see how that thing go country style. Not gonna talk too much. We just gonna get right into it, doggies. Yay, doggies. Ooh.
You can offer me a diamond-plated pearl. You can send me all the riches in the world. You can tempt me with the palaces of kings. I'd give them back in a big old sack and keep the simple things.
It's got a rod up there in the top of it to hang stuff on.
That is cool. How old is this, you think?
That was probably from the 1930s, I would say. And it's solid cedar. Every piece of it is cedar.
It's red.
Mm-hmm.
It's been stained?
Red cedar.
Red cedar. Okay.
Red cedar.
It's just got a sealer on it.
That is nice. I really like these chests, though. How old do you
If we
think
ever
these chests
decide
are?
to get rid of it, we'll let you know.
Y'all find me, yeah.
I don't know, it's 80, 90 years old.
God, that's cool.
Yeah.
I keep an eye out. There's a TV sitting on. Let me go back down there and look.
Okay. Just whenever you go. I mean, if it's real wood, like, solid wood,
you can do something with
then
it.
I will
Even
refinish
Old as
it.
hell, dude.
Look at that. That's a
That's called a gossip bench.
yeah.
Back in the 50s, that's what people would have in their hallway and sit their phone on. And put your phone books in here.
Let me see
It's
that.
called a gossip bench. Here, take that.
That is cool. I've seen it before, but I didn't know what it was called.
It's called.
We found that in Johnny Earl's barn.
Mm-hmm. My stepdad's barn.
Yeah.
See that ladder behind you on the wall?
Oh yeah, I can see it.
When my mom and daddy had a bookstore,
Yeah.
it was one of the oldest buildings in town, and that ladder led up to the attic in that.
From how long ago was that?
Oh, that's way over 100 years old. And when Daddy redid the attic, he built a permanent ladder to go up.
I see. Okay.
And I've had that, gosh, I must have been, it was before I got married the first time. And that was in 73, 4. So I've had it for that many years.
Wow.
But we have hung everything you can imagine on that thing.
I'm gonna show my wife these videos when I get home. She likes old stuff too. I don't know. I did forget. I don't know what kind of toilet it even is. That's cool. Alright. I like this one too. No, don't get to moving that stuff. That's too much work.
Picture the top is kind of old too with the lines on it and all that.
Yeah. You mean move it?
Yeah.
Don't tear up the other stuff.
You all right?
Oh, that is nice.
Just move whatever. It don't matter.
That's nice.
I'm trying my hardest to get this room where I can use it as our craft room.
Yeah.
I had to redo it. Debbie let it. It was all bunged up, banged up,
Yeah.
and stuff. I had to straighten the metal on it.
You had to get it back.
Yeah.
Those things are nice. Well, y'all, I know people don't sell stuff like this, but are y'all ever gonna sell it?
I don't know if we'll sell. Well, eventually, if I can't find somewhere to put it, I don't know what we're gonna do. We were talking about somewhere to put it, and there's nowhere to put it around here
You
that
don't
it's
have
not
storage?
gonna look.
Yeah,
Just-
I got a storage.
Oh, your tools are out there.
Yeah. Whatever.
He just took over your storage.
There's nothing old in the bedroom except.
That's
Oh, I got
cool.
another cedar chest in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like this one here?
No, like that one down
Like
on
this
the
one here?
bottom.
Like this one here.
It's solid cedar. And that one used to have veneer.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
Both of them had veneer. And the veneer was peeling and coming off.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
we pulled it off and we saw how beautiful the wood was. We just sanded it and put a sealer on. You can see this one in here better.
Let's see. I'm gonna
That,
check
that damn glue or something good because it had that,
Oh.
that shit on it.
Trying to get that glue off.
Yeah. boy.
Wow.
See this one? This
Wow.
one had maple veneer. It was that orangey, crappy, yucky color.
Yes, ma'am.
And we peeled it all off and it was just gorgeous.
Look at y'all's.
Oh, this is
That's wood, too.
This is probably like 60s.
I
This
feel
he
that.
made.
I took that wood, old wood.
The old wood that came out of a house.
Yeah.
Somebody had one or two long pieces and he gave it to us and he just made me a frame for the
That's
mirror.
really cool.
Routed it out.
Mr. Lamar, I really
That
kind of like me.
drawers was
Yes.
when my mother and daddy first got married in the 30s.
All
That was
real
from their
wood.
very
That's
first
wood.
bedroom
Yeah.
suit they bought.
Like them two
And from the 30s?
Yeah.
end tables over there.
And it's the only piece that's left, and it has been carried all over the world, and it's still in one piece. It is solid
It had,
wood.
Well, when you start moving, you tear up the little cheap stuff, but that wood will hang on if you take care of it.
Yeah.
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 It has been moved now.
That's really, really cool. Look at that
Side
bench there.
tables.
Oh, y'all are into wood, aren't y'all?
Huh?
Woodwork. She's really into woodwork, ain't she?
I would just redo everything. I'm gonna redo this right here, and the nightstand and stuff eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it all sanded down. I'm gonna leave all the drawers, just the raw wood look,
Yes, ma'am.
and then paint the rest of it. And see, this has got damn Formica on it. I don't like
you-
it. Yeah, I'm gonna paint it.
Yeah.
You hide and watch.
You just lightly sand it and prime it.
Yeah.
You
Use
can get
that bullseye, 1, 2, 3,
tinted
bullseye.
kilts.
Kills. Okay.
You can get tinted kilts. Once it's sanded a little bit, take the shine off, you can paint it.
Strip them down.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I'm gonna do it and leave the drawers, the wood.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, just plain wood,
Yeah.
That little
and then
blue,
have some color.
What color you gonna go here? Blue? Oh, like that in there.
yeah, that little blue chip
I
is
saw
done
that.
with kilts with paint color added to it.
That's really nice.
Oh yeah.
What color are you thinking about going on now? I know you're gonna leave the shelf.
I
blue.
want to do something on that dark
That
teal,
blue
but
color?
maybe not quite that dark.
Okay. That look nice.
Everything I wanted to do since we got here has been rearranged. And at first I was going to do green, and then we couldn't find the curtains, so I just go with what I got.
It gets put off easy, don't it? Put on the back burner.
Yeah.
Look at this one here. Mr. Lamar, can I turn on the light? I want to take a picture of that.
Yeah. See that right
We
there?
don't know how old. Oh, you looking at that? Lamar made that.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna take a picture, man. I'll show my children. They like this kind
Now
of
we've
stuff.
got to find a stump that he can cut at an
Okay,
angle
I know
and
what you
make
want.
another thing like that.
You want a big circle stump that you can cut down.
Yeah, but not this big. But he's got to cut it at an angle because he's got to make a sign for my
okay.
niece.
Okay.
For
Just,
my
you know,
nephew.
if it's odd shape.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's round.
How you want them like that round, like that
Yeah.
size?
Yeah.
If I find something, don't be
Yeah.
surprised if I haul a tree stump down here to you
Well,
from
go
the
ahead.
house.
He's got what he needs to cut it, but he's got to make a sign for my sister for Christmas.
Well, that chainsaw, I gotta work on my chainsaw. I don't know if I can get my chainsaw working.
Uh-oh.
Well,
You done tore it up?
If it's not
Well,
too big,
it
you
was
can
given
use
to
your
me. It was tore up and it was
chop
given to
saw.
me.
Oh, you try to get him back running.
Yeah, I usually do, but
I did want to get a picture of this phone. I didn't get it last time when I was here.
well, that whole secretary there was shit.
Good Lord, I don't
How old do you think it is,
30,
Mr. Lord?
140 years old.
Mom and Daddy bought that old when I was about
It was
8
old.
years
Look
old.
at them old. What is that in there?
Yeah.
That's a blade. That's a shaving blade.
That was my
razor.
great granddaddy's razor.
No way. It's the
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What about these glasses right here?
them too.
those were. No, those were not. Those were.
Are they real?
Yeah.
Those were.
Look at how
Those were some I got from Mama, so they must have been somebody older than her and Pop because she had them.
Them books.
And every one of those books
Older
are
than
over
her,
100
yeah.
years old.
Are these glasses are real?
Yeah.
Can I open it? I won't touch
Yeah.
it. I won't touch it.
No.
I just want to open it. I want to get a closer picture of it.
You take them out.
No, I ain't touching nothing. Not that old. I won't touch it. Look how old those glasses. How old do you say they are?
They got, well, my grandmother would be 115, no, 120 something this year. And those belong to somebody older than her,
Look
so.
at these old pictures. Who are these in the picture? Who's the first picture?
You are fascinated with this stuff, aren't you?
I go into old houses and I take pictures. That's why I have a camera.
That baby doll sitting right there,
This
that
one?
was my mother's from the 1920s.
Oh, that's cool. It's from the 20s?
Yeah, and she's got a ceramic head and a soft stuffed body.
What about the fingers? They look plastic.
She ate the fingers when she was a little girl. That's what Granny told my sister. Your mama ate the fingers off her doll.
How old is this doll on the right here?
I got that when Buddy gave that to me when I was 9 years old, so that was in the early 60s. She had bright purple hair, but she's like me, she turned gray over the years. But she's stuffed with straw.
That is really, really cool. I didn't think I was going. What is this? Who's this one? Who's the lady on the far right?
That's probably one of my grandmothers.
Old. There's an
And that's
old
my
picture.
mama, and then that's my other grandmother.
So your
I've
mama,
got a box full of
like at the end
old
of the hall,
pictures.
that oval shape, that was her mama when she was a baby at the end of the hall.
Yeah?
See
You
that
want to
picture?
show me?
And that is the original frame it was in. It's been in there since
Right
the
under
since the 1920s.
Well, you know how how you like woodworking? I like old stuff. When you start talking about like 60, 70 years plus,
Yeah.
I like to take pictures of it.
That picture probably would never come out of that frame. It's probably just adhered to the glass. It's been in there for so many years.
Now this is your mother, real picture.
My
of your
mother when she was a baby.
You know what? While I'm here, let me see what kind of toilet
Okay, no, okay. My stepmother is be 100 in 2 weeks, and that mother was older
than her.
So if she was still alive, she'd probably be 110, 115 years old. So that gives you an idea how long it's been in that frame.
Is this wood?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's heavy too.
And that domed glass.
Yeah, curve. It's got the.
And
Yeah,
but you know, it's
domed.
not near as heavy as you would think it is. You would
It
think
ain't
by
real
looking at
heavy,
it, it
but
weighed a
it's-
ton.
It ain't that bad.
Not
This is a
as
dr-
heavy.
This is a drawn picture. This.
No, that is a picture from back then. That's how pictures looked.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They had to hold up the flash thing for it to go off.
And that
Like the
house,
Yeah.
Like you see
It's-
in the westerns.
Yeah. Old school old skit camera.
And
Yeah.
that house that they lived in was here in Andalusia. I don't know if it's still in
It's
Andalusia.
surely it's probably not around anymore.
But that's where they lived when my mama was that young. They lived here. They didn't live in Mobile.
That's cool. That is cool. I like that you still got all the stuff from your mother, old stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the lid here trying to figure out if it's a
I can
pocket.
get it back. I can put it back on there. There ain't no problem putting it back on. Just add it.
Well, you need one that stays, Mr. Lamar. You don't want to keep putting it on there and have to fight with it.
Every other day I'm putting it back on, so I just left it off.
I've never seen that before, but I will get up here and ask some questions. Worst case scenario. Let me look at
It's
this.
got them 2 pins in it. They don't stay in there. Them 2 pins right here, they pop out right there,
Yeah.
and they won't stay in. Right
Oh,
there.
the pins don't stay at all. Mr. Lamar,
You just move it a little bit and they pop out.
You reckon we can put them on there and glue them pins straight?
Well, then your thing ain't gonna.
It ain't gonna flex up and down for it.
Right.
I'll go look.
I tried that. I was gonna try that, but
You don't think we could screw them in either?
I was thinking about taking some down bolts to it. Bolts and nuts.
I got some bolts and nuts. Well, how do you think
No,
we
I
can...
do too. I got 2 or 3. I got a crate full of them out there.
Well, I don't think we got these up here, so I'm thinking if we can get it temporarily fixed high.
I mean, I can get it on there. That ain't no problem putting it on.
Well, I want to bolt to it, make them stay now.
Yeah, but tomorrow I'd be putting it back on. That's why I just left it off.
Yeah.
You work it up and down a couple of times, and then it pops right off. I mean, so it works. I mean, everything works.
Yeah, but you want a lid on that sucker. It ain't a jailhouse toilet now.
No, I've seen them before.
Jailhouse toilet.
Yeah, they're stationary.
Got them silver ones out the silver ones.
Silver cold ass thing. That's old as they'll do.
I don't know how old that is. That was one my daddy got when he got a bunch of old furniture.
So who's all this wood stuff? Who is it? Yours, this family? Yours?
A lot of it
Hey.
is from my family, and some of it was from his.
Split. Okay.
We haven't
We've
bought.
accumulated. We bought.
We bought these.
Is all we bought in 25 years.
That's all
And
you
we
had to
bought
buy.
the mattress and box springs, but
Yeah.
we have not bought furniture.
Like that table right
Table, solid oak,
there.
and those sides
big,
flip up, and it makes a
big.
round table.
That is cool.
And it's way too big for in here, but it's what we've got. So,
Yeah, I know
and
how that
that
is.
chair is probably
Those chairs look old.
120 something. That was the first piece of furniture my grandmother and granddaddy bought when they got married.
Wow.
Okay, and this is the one that would be 120 something years old, and that's the original piece of leather in the seat.
This the original leather. That's the original
piece
fabric.
of leather.
100
Nobody's
years
ever
old.
touched it.
120 something. Yeah.
Did y'all sit in it and eat in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody needs to sit at the table, we don't ever sit at the table, but if somebody does, they sit in it. I don't know what we're going to use when we have company, because those are the only 2 chairs we got.
It's like, yeah, I took that old Singer sewing machine.
Yeah.
Was on that. See, the frame of this is,
Are them gears? Those are gears.
yeah, that's a foot pedal Singer sewing machine.
Yeah, that's how they made the sewing machine.
No way.
Make it work. And it had a cabinet on top. The cabinet just literally came to pieces, so he just kept the bottom and built the table over it.
Y'all got some cool stuff here. Old stuff. You won't see this unless you go like your great grandmother's house. My age.
And if Lord help me, if I could have got in my granny's house before my aunts did,
You'd have had more.
I would have twice.
Don't
what
pull
I
it
got.
out,
Pull
Mr.
it out.
Lamar.
It's got wheels on.
Oh, it rolls. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a,
Don't pull him too hard. Man. Break that lamp up there.
Well,
She
on
gonna
this
fuss
end.
at me. She ain't gonna fuss at you, Mr. Lamar.
She ain't gonna bother nobody.
Now, see, when you mash the pedal, it makes that wheel go around. That's what makes it keep going.
Yeah.
And
The
that's
sewing machine.
connected to the sewing machine, and that's what made the sewing machine sew.
Had a belt that went up to the old sewing machine.
Oh, around the wheel here.
Yeah.
I see that.
Had a little V
And you
belt.
talk about heavy, that sucker right
That
there
son of a
is
bitch.
heavy.
That's gotta be cast iron.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's gotta be cast
That
iron.
thing over there,
That's real
cast
cast
iron.
iron.
Yeah.
I looked right past this.
Now,
I thought
that's
this was
not-
like
Son of a bitch,
that's
300
not
pounds.
old. It had gas logs in it.
Yeah.
When he found it, he found it, and we didn't want
Found
gas
it?
logs. I don't do gas
Sanded
in
it. Sandblasted.
painted.
Sandblasted it, and he put a new bottom in it for me. Because I decided that's the way I wanted to use it. I didn't want it to be a heater.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
wanted it to be a table type thing.
Ornament, decoration kind of deal. You put stuff on it.
That damn thing heavy as hell too.
Now, I tell you though, when those boys brought it in here and put it in here.
You had to take it apart.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that brought it in here didn't take it apart. He had
No,
to top.
goddamn, you see that big ox?
Yeah, his wife comes right.
He bigger than we are.
Bigger than my leg.
And he comes right in here with back, and I'm like, holy cow.
Right there.
What's that thing weigh, you reckon?
That right there weighs 60, 70 pounds. At least.
God the
Grab
man.
hold of it.
No. I don't have nothing to prove.
No,
I hurt myself.
There you go. I don't blame you.
I wouldn't be able to lift it.
That damn thing, 60, 70 pounds just the top of it. The sides of it's heavier than that.
There you go.
Need to sweep the floor.
Well, it's time to sleep.
The ink pen back there.
That's alright. I got a lot of sleeping I gotta go do.
But yeah, there's some old shit in here.
Yeah, I like to refinish it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna redo that little chair that's behind you.
I like
It's
this
a
chair.
mini chair.
Well, I
No,
got
that
that.
one I'm not. I'm gonna keep it like
I got that out the back of a boy's truck. He found it out in the damn woods, and he was gonna haul it off the scrap metal.
This here. Man, that ain't no scrap metal, is it?
But then it ended up in my yard. That's one thing good about not having a yard. I don't have everybody else's hoo-ha in my yard.
Oh, that makes sense.
See, the round thing goes in the sides of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where
here.
pipes
Yeah.
would go and run out of the.
Oh, that's where you got the air. I mean, the air had an airflow thing you could adjust on each side of it.
So it's a heater then. It's
Yeah.
like
It was. That's what it was built for.
So it's got your pipe here for your exhaust probably one way and then coming
It
in.
could be turned into a wood heater. Now, it was built for.
I was gonna make a wood heater out of it. I got a piece of cast iron. I was gonna make the front, the door for right
Yeah.
there. And I was gonna get that high tempered glass and go around the edge of it, where just the sides of it.
Okay.
I was
I
gonna get
understand.
that.
But we ended up living in the car before that got done. We changed our mind.
Wait a minute. Tell me about the car. Living in the car.
Well,
You told me you already lived in the
Okay.
car. What?
the guy that owned the
That was
trailer
right before
park
here?
we lived in. No, we were in Dothan.
Dothan.
The guy that owned the trailer park that we lived in was, God, he had to be close to 100. He didn't know beans from butts or who he was or anything. And so his grandson decided he was going to take over everything and wanted everybody out of all the trailers.
No warning.
And they were
no
going to
nothing.
start from scratch. Well, we couldn't go from $300 and something to $1,000 for a place to live.
Now, it took me 3 months working on that down ragged ass mobile home to get it, just so we could live in it.
So
Hell,
we
I know
love
what that's
this
like.
place right here.
Power pole
Feels at home now, don't it?
Had to buy a power pole box.
Yeah, hey, that's what we had to deal with. He
meter
didn't even have
base.
power pole, didn't have hot water heater.
Yeah.
We had to deal with all that.
So you had to fix it. So you're paying rent.
Yeah,
But
and
you're
we had
also
to
acting
fix
like the
it so
landlord.
we could live in it.
That ain't renting.
Well,
And he kicked
guess
you out
what?
after you.
It was left pretty much like it was
Except
family.
we got a
Let
power
me
pole.
tell
you
you,
got
when
your-
we moved out,
You got your stuff back.
nobody can live in that trailer.
Yeah.
We made sure that nobody could
Well,
live
that's
in
not right. They shouldn't have done you like that.
No, but this guy was money. That was all he
He was
saw.
greedy. He's a greedy son.
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah,
was
no,
terrible.
I don't like people like that. Sometimes you just do the right thing.
And
You make
he's
money
trained
later.
his sons and grandsons to be just like you. You know.
Yeah.
Family thing.
And there was one guy in that trailer park that actually owned his own place.
on the
And
property.
the guy had sold him a piece of property
Yeah.
years and years ago. Well, this little grandson comes up there, just, everybody's going to move out. He
Yeah.
said, you ain't telling me. He said, I own this and I own this piece of property you're standing on. You ain't telling me what I can do and what I can't
I
do.
don't blame him.
And he said, well, that guy over there, he needs to pay this much and he needs to do, and he said, you really don't want to tell that guy over there what he's got to do.
You have an issue.
And you don't want to tell him when he needs to be
do it
out.
right.
You just let him get stuff out on his own and everything will be fine. Well, we finally got out, and we left some stuff sitting in the yard that we just didn't have room.
Oh, wait. Sorry. He was talking about you.
Yeah, he was talking about.
Oh, you're hot-headed.
Everybody.
God almighty, Mr. Lamar.
I'll blow this off.
But we went over there probably a month after we moved out to check the mail,
Yeah.
and that shit that we left in the front yard was still sitting there.
Just a
I said he had no intention.
I thought he was gonna rent it out.
Anything.
Some lawnmower wheels.
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
basket.
yeah.
A grill, and yeah, you left one of the old grills over there.
Is this the stuff you wanted or junk?
No, it was stuff that we didn't have room for.
Didn't have
need.
room to get at that
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
We could have gone over there and got it any time, and he couldn't have done anything to us.
Oh, he wasn't going to slap
That
bang me to
trailer
go with.
was sitting
That's
on a
crazy.
hill, and it was literally
Leaning.
leaning.
Like
I
this.
could lace a ball on one side of my kitchen.
Oh, this is the long way laying
and
on the
it
hill.
was rolling. It could roll all the way to the
like
other
this,
side.
and it was leaned over like this.
That's crazy. And he wants rent. How long ago was this? Years?
About
or-
a year and a half ago.
Oh, recently.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're
We've
talking.
only been here since June. But we were in our car for 9 months.
July.
I counted it up. We've been in the car for a little over 9 months before we came over here. And we spent 1 month kind of back and forth between my mama and her sister so we could get out of the car.
Y'all were living in a car less than a year ago?
Yeah.
I thought when you told me that the other day, I thought you meant 15, 20 years ago.
Could you imagine
Y'all
two
doing
senior
good.
citizens living in a small car? We did it.
Sleeping where? Where?
In the car.
In the car.
Yeah.
Ate in the car. I changed clothes in the car.
Go to the truck
Whatever
stop,
we
take
did,
a
we
bath.
did in the car.
Go there in the truck stop, take a bath, get cleaned up.
Yeah, I see people do that before. I thought y'all done that long time ago. Well, y'all come a long way.
All
Yeah.
this stuff was
Everything.
sitting in storage while we were living in the car.
Why are you living in the car though? Why don't you take the little money that you do have? Or you having a job or something? How's it work?
No, I'm retired and he's on disability.
You can't get hired because you're getting paid.
Disability, I mean, hell, I'd be walking, my legs just quit and I hit dirt.
He's a liability.
You
He
can't work.
for
Yeah,
anybody.
you can't work.
That's why that walker's in there.
You supposed to be using that walker, Mr. Lamar?
No, not right now.
Right
He's
now,
not.
but
He's supposed to be using a cane. Yeah.
You don't use them
It's either right. There's one in the car too. It stays in the back of the car. But whatever.
you get no damn credit.
It's gonna hit him one day, and he ain't gonna have any choice.
Well, we'll wait till that day come, won't we, Mr. Lamar? God almighty. I didn't know that was less than a year ago.
Yeah, it's been 6 months ago, we got out of the car.
And what money we had, it wouldn't have done us any good where we were because everything cost so much. The cheapest place we could find to rent was $900 to $1,000 a month, plus that much deposit. You know,
Plus you gotta get
we
your
don't
lights
make that
turned
kind of
on,
money. If we did, we wouldn't be living here.
$2,000 before you even.
Yeah, and that's just to think about
We
something.
figured it up, it was close to $2,700 just to move in a place.
Yeah, no.
And we
nobody
got
has
in
$3,000 to move in, or they won't be looking for a place.
And that ain't counting groceries.
To
We
eat.
got into this place with deposits and everything for less than $600.
Oh yeah, you can't beat it. It
You
ain't
know.
perfect, but you can't beat it. Yeah, it beats a car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah, it beats a car.
Man,
And my mama is not
look back and
worrying
appreciate what
every
we
day
got.
about us.
Yeah, that's the big thing too. Make you grateful.
Damn right it
Yeah.
does.
Make you grateful.
I gotta remember to take my blood pressure. If I don't stick it where it's in my way, I forget to do it.
You got a little cuff you slide in there. What time are you supposed to check it?
Just whenever I remember, I'm
It
supposed
goes
to
to a
take it every
doctor's
day.
office.
It goes to the doctor, but I forget.
Okay.
Just like I forget. Yesterday I forgot to take medicine all day long. Didn't take a single
How
pill
long have you been dealing with blood pressure?
Oh, good.
for about 10 years or more.
You know what happens if you don't take it for when you're not supposed to
done
take
that.
it?
Yeah, I end up back in the hospital.
Okay. My mother's the same way. That's why I'm talking to you. Make sure you checking that and taking your medicine.
I had open heart surgery.
You had
and
You had a heart attack?
no, I had an aneurysm
Aneurysm.
in my aorta,
Okay.
ascending aorta, and they had to take that whole piece out and put a new piece in. And then 6 months later, I had congestive heart failure and was in the hospital for a week. So That's why every morning he says, take medicine.
That's right.
But if I
Good
said that
job.
to him,
It'd be World War II.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I won't take no damn pill.
We're talking about you.
I quit taking the damn
he
pill.
won't take medicine.
Well, he cares more about you being right than himself.
But he's driving me up a wall.
What do you
I'm
mean?
taking him to the doctor and I'm getting him some medicine. If I have to crush it up in his coffee.
What kind of medicine was he need? Blood pressure medicine?
Well, he probably will when they take his blood pressure.
You stuck your arm in that cuff yet?
No, he can't because this will go straight to my doctor.
Oh.
So he can't do it. But he needs blood pressure medicine, he needs something for his pain, and he needs a freaking chill pill.
I was getting, at one time I was getting 220 Lortab 10s
Yeah.
a month. And that wasn't lasting.
They weren't doing him any good.
I mean, I'd take 5 or 6
Like
of
candy.
them, 7 of them.
Yeah.
And I kept telling him, and the doctor kept telling him, the more you take, the less it's going to work right.
The hell, it's gonna work how you want it to work, ain't it?
No, they didn't. I could take 8 or 10.
No, he
Lortab.
could
Nothing now.
I could take 8 or 10 of them.
And they wouldn't phase him. And he got so immune to them that they wouldn't do
It's
anything.
time for
to
something
his
else,
body.
probably.
I just quit taking all of them.
Yeah.
He did. He
Yeah.
just quit taking everything.
I take a couple of Tylenol every once in a while now.
Help you out a
But
little
we
bit.
know that there's not anything that's going to make his back feel any better. But if we can get him something that'll take the edge off. So
It don't help your back. That pill's supposed to help your back. No.
no, and he's past any surgery. He can't have anything done to it. It's just he's at the point where it's treat the symptoms
And,
can't treat
and
the
live
problem.
with it. Live with it.
I
Kind
got
of.
so much nerve damage from my waist down and my legs and feet. It's causing neuropathy.
So he just
And my legs and feet sting like ants on me all the time.
All the time.
And
But if you ever see him down on the ground outside, don't try to help him up. Just bring him a bucket or something that he can
Prop
get himself up and sit down on.
You go down
Because you
sometimes?
can't
I'll be
just
walking,
get him
they
up.
just quit, my
Yeah.
legs just
You go
quit.
down.
When they stop, he's just down on the ground.
And you don't have that cane like you're supposed to.
Well, when his legs quit, the cane won't.
It
do
ain't
him
gonna
any
help you
good.
get back up anyway, is it? I didn't think about that. Yeah.
But he won't let you. Can't just get him up. He has to let his legs come back to life before he can get up.
Nerve.
Because it's because it hurts
understand.
you bad.
Nerve damage.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So just don't freak out if you ever see him laying on the ground. Just go bring him a bucket and stand there with him until he can get on the bucket.
I did not see you on the ground out there
30, 40 minutes sometimes.
getting back up
Just to get up while I can sit down.
to a seated position where your legs come back alive.
Yeah. I have pulled buckets and lawn chairs up so many times for him. Just
What happens if someone picks you back up? Like she said, don't do
You gotta
it.
back down.
It don't work at all.
It hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh, it hurts.
and he'll
It
go right
hurts.
back down until his legs get ready to be used. They just have to come back
They
to
ain't no
life.
feeling in them at all when they do that.
God almighty. I guess that's that neuropathy thing you're telling me about.
Neuropathy.
Neuropathy.
And he's got that in his feet. He's got
legs.
muscle atrophy in one of his legs,
My left
He's
leg's
got-
a lot smaller than the right one.
spinal stenosis, and deteriorated disc.
How
in
old
his
you tell me
back.
you were? 60.
I'm 64.
I thought you said 65. Oh, well. Well, you on up there. It's about time for some of them health things.
Shit.
And you had a good
Never
one.
seen this coming though.
And see, I've got a place I can go and
I
get.
was working in the shipyard and all this shit out.
Yeah.
So you said my day'll come.
I hope not. Not like this. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, bro.
Oh, it's bad, bad.
You damn right it is.
And see, there's nothing. I can go
I'm in
get.
pain 24/7, 365.
Yeah. I can go get
I'm
shots
like
in
this.
my back,
I'm
and
gonna
he can't.
scream.
You can't go get a different pill other than that?
We're gonna go talk to.
I mean, there ain't
I'm
nothing-
still waiting for them to call me
They
back.
give me what was that? Not
You were on gabapentin.
well for the neuropathy, but for the pain I was on the lower tab.
Yeah.
That what was that? They give me that shot of it fucked me up so good.
Dilaudid.
Oh, the line.
Gave
Okay,
him a
yeah.
shot of Dilaudid one day in the hospital. He was hilarious.
Boy.
He was hollering at the nurse. He wanted to take a jug of that home.
What'd you say? Give me some of that day home.
He did. He was hollering at the
Give me
nurse.
a
She was
fucking
out
that
there.
shit
I
to take
want
home,
a jug of
baby.
that to take
I'm
home
a roller
with me.
full fine. Come on.
Hey, don't be in talking about women now. You're gonna get us both tied up in here.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to him.
You ignore them. You learn how to ignore them.
After 25 years, I just don't pay attention.
Well, maybe my wife in 25 years ignored me like that, and I can say what I want.
How long have you been
Let me
married?
see.
Hell, nobody give us
I
4
guess-
months. Nobody give us 4 months together.
4 months.
They didn't think we'd last that long.
I've been with Hannah probably about 12 years. I've probably been married, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 of them. And I didn't think I was gonna last that long either. I was cutting loose. I was wilder than you were. If that gives you any insight.
Have you got kids?
I do now. I better.
My oldest boy just turned 46.
That's almost
My
50.
oldest one's 50.
So that means that made you dad at what, 19?
18.
18. I can't remember when well, let's see. My oldest is 10. How old am I?
Jamie was born in 77 and I was 17.
17.
He was a bad boy when he was little. I didn't know him.
Wait a minute, hold up. I promised my children I'd come up here and get the Lamar story. So she said you're a bad. She said you're a bad boy. Let's hear it. What's the word? Tell me one of his stories and I'll let him finish it. What's one you remember?
Oh, let's see.
What about one when I went to Alaska for 2 years? Nobody knows where I was at.
Yeah, he took off. He was going to town on his motorcycle,
Yeah.
I'd redone it.
and then nobody knew where he was for 2 years. His mother was calling state troopers all over the United States, and they finally found him in Alaska.
FBI found me in Alaska.
What were you running from? Can you say now or no?
Nothing.
He just got a wild hair and decided he didn't want to go back home, so he did.
I found an old 72 Springer Softail Harley
Yeah.
in a barn.
Yeah.
This old lady had it. It was her grandson.
Yeah.
He got killed in Nam,
Okay.
and he just left for Nam. He got killed. He wasn't there. I think she said 3 months. He got killed over in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And it'd been sitting there ever since then. Took me a while to talk her into selling it.
Yeah.
She sold it to me. It done, the motor locked up in it, froze up.
You
in
got
it.
to redo everything.
I stripped it down piece by piece. And
Yeah.
had it all redone. Redone the motor, everything on it, the frame, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, it's your joyride.
And spent a bunch of money on it, but got it running. About 2 months after I had it running, I was riding around town. I just fucking kept going. 3 days later, I'm in down Alaska.
You say no need to come back.
I
You didn't have girlfriend, wife, kids, or nothing to ride back to at that point? You just ride.
I just kept riding.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Holding me back.
Put that wind in your hair. Where were you going? And how'd they find you? Where'd they find you? I know they
I was working at a truck stop in Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
And his mother had worked at truck stops, so she knew truckers and she knew
Kind of talking.
highway
Didn't wanna
patrol
cross
and
the
all that.
country.
So she just got people asking.
And my
And they
uncle, he
found him.
worked with the government. He was a mechanic for the government, so to speak. He was an assassin, what he was. But
But a mechanic.
yeah, he
That's
fixed
what they
things.
call him.
Oh, old school mechanic.
Yeah, he
I'm
put a
with-
bullet between the eyes.
I know what kind of
He
mechanic
was
you're
cold
talking
hard.
about.
He was real cold.
Hey, was he ex-military or something?
Yeah, he was. When I was 8, my daddy killed himself.
Yeah.
Well, I lived with my great granddaddy until I was 13. He basically raised me on his farm up there over in Geneva County.
Okay.
And he died when I was 13. I just turned 13. He died in, I turned 13 in May and he died in July.
When's your birthday? Sorry. May
May.
what? Mine's May 17th. When's yours?
Mine's 2nd.
May 2nd. Okay. All right.
And
We'll have to have
He died.
next year.
Birthday. May
and
birthday.
when he died, I was basically on my own from there,
From 15.
13.
From 13 on out.
He had a mama that married every other guy that she saw, and she didn't live with her kids.
So you
She
met.
had them a house on one side of town, and she lived
I
on the
had a
other
house
side of
on
town.
one side of town, and Tony and Susan moved. My brother and sister moved in with me, and both of them older than I am.
So you had another house on the side of town, on the other side of town when you were 13.
Yeah.
Is
I
this,
just had to have her side with me to get my power and water cut on.
Okay. This is in the country though.
No, it was in downtown
city.
Slocum.
I can't imagine
I'd say my
growing
mom
up with my
wants
mother
maybe-
living across town and me living on the other side.
Actually,
I
no.
can't. See, I was raised completely
Different than you
different
are.
from him. We were different as night and day.
I was an outlaw from hell and she was a Christian.
He
gal.
was a bad boy.
I'm different now, but I used to run from the church. I didn't go to the church.
You be by yourself, brother. So what I didn't meet you on the road.
I might have saw you and watched it. I'm sorry.
That's why nobody figured we would ever stay married because we were so different. I mean, he
Really?
was just. If I had been looking for somebody, I would have never.
You'd have never picked him based off of what he was.
I would have never.
That's how my wife is too.
You know, I mean, he walked into the beauty shop that night. His brother was working with me, and he had a ponytail down his back. And I never paid any attention to him when he walked in because he had that stupid
Oh yeah, you were
mullet
cutting up.
with a
You were
long
cutting up.
ponytail. And it wasn't until his brother cut his hair and I saw what he looked like, I thought, we gotta go over there and find out who this guy is.
Beard hang down.
Oh, you had both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so-
okay.
Wore my leather jacket and
I see what kind you were. I know a guy like you. You
But he
cut up a
had
little
on
bit.
a blue denim shirt and his blue eyes were just shining.
Oh, he had
Like
you right
that blue
there.
denim shirt. I said, I gotta go find out who this guy is. And I'm still married, mind you.
Oh, you're cutting up.
Okay. But I was separated out there. It was over.
You were married but separate. I understand.
Anyway, but he was just totally opposite. And I was working with his brother. Queer as a $3 bill.
Really?
And I had never worked
Total
with anybody
opposite.
like that. And I didn't have anything to do with him. We didn't like each other. He asked me to go to dinner with him that night. I mean, he had just met me. And I was
That
like,
same day.
got to be
That
out of
night.
your gourd.
10 minutes after I got my hair cut.
Oh, you just met her.
Yeah.
How much time passed before you say, let's go on a date? An hour?
10 minutes, maybe.
And his brother was going, oh, hell, no, Bubba, no. You don't want to do that, Bubba. And Amy was saying, oh, go on, Pam, he's harmless. And Tony says, Pam, take your car. If you want to leave him, just leave him. I was like,
Mr.
Do I
Lamar was
really
looking
wanna
for
do
somebody
this?
to hang out with for one night. Probably just hang out with. And you started liking her. And she started liking you.
oh, he
Yeah.
told me
Yeah,
on
I
the
fell
way
in
out
love with
to
her
the
first time I
car.
met her.
On the way out to the car, he told me he was
awesome.
going to marry me. I had known him less than 30 minutes, and he told me he was going to marry
I'm
me.
gonna marry you.
Look how much y'all been through now, though. Just listening to y'all story, been homeless and all that in
We
cars.
had it easy.
That
There's been
worked out.
A lot of rough patches we've been through, boy. I'm talking about this time we didn't know where the next meal was coming from.
But we learned, we'd been married, within the first year, we learned that we had to agree to disagree. Because there was so many things that we didn't,
see the same
agree
way.
on.
Yeah.
and there was no sense in fighting over it because it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because we're both stubborn.
That's right.
So we just decided, okay, we'll just agree to disagree. This is what you think, this is what I think, let's just go on and do something else.
That's right.
That's
a good technique.
I guess that's why we stayed together.
That's why you last so long.
We've had 4 or 5 arguments in, 25 years, a little better.
Yeah. but
No
we
way.
had-
That's crazy. I have 4 or 5 arguments a week.
Oh, we
Per
have
week.
arguments. Yeah, when I go throw something away, he gets pissed because I'm throwing it away. but
Yeah.
I just don't.
It ain't yours to
that
throw
and take
away,
it
is
to
it?
the garbage.
That's right.
He has no idea what I've thrown away over the last 25
That you ain't
years.
told him yet.
That I never
It
said
don't
anything.
matter. It ain't nothing that can't be replaced. But I'm
But
looking
the
for
thing
something.
is, he hasn't missed 90% of what I've thrown away. So
Is it Pam or Pamela? Which one?
Pam.
Miss Pam. The only thing that he can't replace is you.
That's it.
that's
So
right.
he don't care what
So
you throw away.
if I decide to throw something away or sell it because it's piled up somewhere and I don't use it, who cares?
Really, I mean, ain't no
I
sense
want to
in
live in
keeping
some
it if
place
I
that's
ain't gonna
not
use it.
cluttered.
Okay.
I mean, when I go through that storage unit over there, they're gonna be so much. I'm gonna get.
We'll be
Yeah.
able to get rid of the storage unit when he gets through going through it.
You better clean it out.
We won't even need it.
I gotta learn how to be like you because if my wife throws away something of mine, I hold on to it for 3 months. I'll start an argument about it, fight about it, Just hold on to it.
And it doesn't do a bit of good, does it?
No, it makes it worse.
It does.
It does.
It makes it
It
worse.
does.
But it's that pride. See, I had that pride where I can just.
This guy's got it rolling out his ears.
On both sides.
But guess what? I don't care. I mean, it's just stuff is stuff.
You replace it.
And I guess who has to clean all the stuff
Think about
that's
that.
in this house? Think about it. The less I have, the less I have to clean. Well, I thought this was the building I was looking at, but we were walking under the freaking ship. I said, holy cow, this thing is huge.
139 yards long, 69 yards wide.
How fast they run, Mr. Lamar?
54 knots, which is 72 miles an hour. They can turn around on a dime.
These are boats that Mr. Lamar built. He said they run about 70 miles an hour, you say?
72, well,
72 miles an hour.
54 knots, close to 72 miles an hour. What I built, the front of the boat, the front of the ship, it couldn't be 3 millimeters out. That's less, that's half, that's almost.
What do you mean?
Run over 1/8 of an inch.
Off of what it's supposed to be. Like if you build a house, it's got to be square.
Yeah.
Okay, well, these ships had certain dimensions, and if it was 3 millimeters off that, then it would not connect to the other piece that the other people were building, because they built them in sections
Oh,
and
you
then
got
connected them.
You've got to be accurate. If it's off, you've slowed down the all operations.
Oh,
down.
they inspect, once it's inspected, radar, x-ray and all that, if it don't pass, it's
It's junk.
junk.
Let's start all over.
You didn't do any training for this? You
Yeah.
just got hired or what?
Yeah, I went through training 6 weeks.
6 weeks of training.
Oh, you had to drive somewhere probably.
No, over there in Mobile, which was about 7 miles from where we lived at
One
the
day.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a training center. It's a state training center. What is that?
AIDT built it.
AIDT.
Well, see, Austin built it for
And
the
they have-
state, but they trained
They
for
train the
Austin
people
there too.
before they send them over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you don't have enough common sense to know how to use a ruler,
A protractor.
then you can go through 100 weeks of that stuff right there, and it don't do you no good.
You shouldn't be there.
I
But
mean,
yeah, no, you shouldn't be there.
I could weld steel easy, but
See, he'd done all of that stuff before he ever had that job, so for him it wasn't hard.
It wasn't very uncomfortable for you. But there's still different specifications that you got to meet that you don't have to meet at home.
Welding aluminum and welding steel, man, that's totally different.
One of them gonna bead up like dimes, the other one gonna melt, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, but it beads up. It beads up just as well.
Just
I mean,
as well. Okay.
I mean, you got 3 millimeter thick aluminum sheets
Yeah.
up to 160
Yeah,
millimeter.
you wouldn't
Thick.
think, when we think of aluminum, we think of aluminum foil, you know,
He's
the
talking
thin
about that
stuff.
boat aluminum.
He brought me home a piece that was that thick. He said, "This is what I've been welding
Is
on."
he malleable? Can you
No.
move him when he that thick? You can't.
And it's heavy.
And it's heavy, just that thing I had on the,
We had a paper towel holder that just kept falling over.
Oh, you basing
So he
it
took
down.
a piece of that and put it on the bottom, and you could hurt somebody with that thing.
damn thing weighed 10 pounds.
But my paper towel holder didn't fall over anymore.
It held that paper towel holder up.
It didn't move.
That's why he's in your life for. He's in your life to help fix your paper towel.
I mean, welding aluminum, you do things their way. Anybody that's hired over there is going to take that 6 weeks course. It don't matter how good of a welder they think they are, whatever, or how smart they think. I mean, these people out there, college degrees, 5 and 6 years.
And they got to start the same
degrees.
spot you start with that test,
Yeah.
with that training.
And some of them don't make it.
I know they
Literally,
don't.
there were some college graduates that did not graduate the training class that he was in. He was the oldest one in that training class. They called him Pops.
They call me Pops.
They got in trouble for calling him Pops, but they
Call that discrimination under their rules.
For the age, yeah. Age discrimination for sure.
I mean, it didn't bother me.
It probably made you feel at home.
It did. I mean,
He made it.
That's right. There was 122 of us started that class, and there was what 32
30
of us
something that finished.
that
Out of
graduated.
100 and something.
They couldn't cut it. They were so Most of them were just too stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't.
But he's a math whiz. He does math
you're good
in
with
his
those
head.
numbers.
So see that kind of
calculus,
stuff.
Algebra and calculus, I do that in my head.
He can do that kind of stuff. I still count on my fingers.
You've been able to do those math and numbers don't come from school. You learn that on the fly.
No, yeah.
Because I can do them too. I can do the same numbers.
See, I can't. I still catch myself doing like this.
You got to count, Barry.
Oh, you're counting the fingers.
Math was not my
size pipe, you got how many threads got to go on it, where there's no, that caliper screw on there and no threads showing, but it's all the way on there.
I see.
You know.
You got to know all those little specifications.
How many turns you got to make on that right there, but you got to do it on paper.
And that ain't the same as looking at it and doing it. I know it's not.
And you got to draw everything on that ship. The whole ship, you draw it out. What fits where the T's go, where the braces go, where the
They had trouble with freaking engineers.
Oh,
they could not, didn't have the concept of making those pieces fit together.
Me too.
An engineer that drew it out like the blueprint.
They ain't always it takes someone that's in there actually doing it.
An educated idiot, and I got fired.
You called one of an educated idiot.
He said, I went to college on this for over 5 years. I said, yeah, that just made you an educated idiot, didn't it?
When somebody that didn't go to college brings him a piece of paper and says, this doesn't match this. Yes, it does. Just lay them on top of each other. You lay them on top of each other, they don't match.
It don't match. It don't take a rocket science
to
do that.
Guess who did it first? You.
Oh, shit.
I said, you need to take your damn calculator and throw it away, because either it's wrong or you're wrong.
And either one, and both of y'all can go.
And both of you stop. That just makes you an educated idiot. And my supervisor standing there said, oh, shall we go to the front now?
Oh, man. God.
I mean, and their drawings was wrong.
If it's wrong, it's wrong.
And I called them out on it.
They don't like that.
It pissed them off, boy, big time.
Because you ain't no engineer.
But I pulled my measurements before I ever started anything. I'd always pull my measurements. And I'm looking at the paper and I'm looking at it. And I turn the blueprints, because when it leaves, that part leaves us, it goes over here to another area where it's put together with another part.
Yes,
They're
sir.
made in 3 sections.
Yes, sir.
I told her, I said, they ain't gonna work, Ernie.
It ain't going. It don't look like it's gonna go to
He
you.
said, what do you mean? I took him over there and I got my tape measure out. We went to pull the measurements and he got looking and figuring it up on the blueprint. He looked at me and said, damn right, it ain't gonna work, is it? I said, hell no, it ain't gonna
I
work.
told you that, ain't I? Huh.
He said, well, we're gonna have a problem because we got 2 of these damn modules sitting right out there that's got to go over here next. I said, well, you can scrap them some of it.
Oh, he even built 2 of them.
They had 2 of them sitting out there. And that wasn't gonna work either.
They don't like for you to tell them it ain't gonna work.
And well, he goes to the engineering office, right?
Yeah.
All these engineers sitting up there with their computers and their drawings and all this. And I said, y'all quit what the hell y'all doing, slick.
Wasting good time in here.
I said, y'all wasting all this time on something that's not gonna work. It damn sure will work. I said, you can put anything on paper and make it work. I said, but you got to get down there in the real world
And do it.
and do it.
Yeah. That's when you find out.
Well, Craig Percivalli, he was CEO, president also there at Mobile.
Yeah.
He comes over there and he goes over at my ear and he looks at me, shakes his head, and he says, Dave, what's going on, son? I said, the engineers is full of Craig.
Should have hired me. You should have.
I said, them drawings ain't gonna work, buddy.
Oh.
He said, show me, explain this to me then. If you're right, we'll figure it out. We'll make adjustments. I said, it's gonna be a lot more of adjusting.
Then you think it's a restart, ain't it?
Yeah. And he says, God gets over there with me. He comes, puts his safety glasses on, his hard hat on. He had steel toe boots on. He big wig. I'm talking about owner of the place.
Oh.
Yeah.
The big wig.
Yeah, the big wig.
He's with you one-on-one at this point.
He had me in charge.
The guy, I got you.
I called him out a couple of times. I said, you the HMFIC. He said, the what? I said, you had my cards around here, right?
I got the right guy.
I said, these drawings ain't gonna work, but the module they building over here. He said, well, come out here and show me what you're talking about. He said, you got a bunch of engineers. He said, you got 30-something engineers all up in the air up there. I said, well, they can get down to the real world down here on the ground.
Come down here and see what we're looking at.
Well, he called 6 of them down there, the head engineers. We pulling tape, we're measuring and all this. We go over to where that other module was being built.
Yeah.
Pull the measurements. He looks at blueprints.
Yeah.
He looks at the measurements. He looks at me. He looks at it.
He
He looks at them engineers. His boss. This man's exactly right. It ain't gonna work. That module is not gonna fit upside that module. He said it's gonna be way off.
They ain't gonna hear that.
He said over 3 foot.
How did that happen?
There we go.
3 foot?
Over.
I don't mismeasure by 3 foot.
Me neither, and I'm
3
not
foot?
good at it.
Time I'm talking. You talking about if it's 5 millimeters, which is less than 1/4 of an inch, at the front of it. Every foot you go back is another 5
It's getting a little
millimeters.
more off, a little more off, a little
You're
more
talking
off.
about 139 yards.
Yeah, by that time you're.
That son of a bitch gonna look like a damn horseshoe.
By the time you get there. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that.
He told him, he said, this man ain't got an engineering degree. They went firing sons to left and right.
Well, it was time to anyway if you did all that work. If they did all that work building them modules that don't work, and you wasted time, you wasted
They
money.
wasted right at $92 million per module.
No way. Those
Yes,
they cost
sir.
that.
It cost $1.6 billion to build one of them ships.
That's about a $2 billion ship. I thought it was about a $1 million ship.
No, billion. I ain't talking million. This with a B. $1.6 billion for one ship.
That's what our government's money's going towards.
From the defense system.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were building them for the Navy.
Yeah. This destroyers was taking the place of the steel destroyers.
A $1.6 billion ship.
Yeah, we built, I built 4 of them.
Sorry that interview got a little lengthy, guys, but we've enjoyed our stay so far. Some of you have been asking about Mr. Lamar, and been asking about Pamela as well. So I want to get y'all a little more content, another sit-down conversation. But as you can tell, it's getting hot, and I ain't staying right here too long. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.